Often said this on this show. When you think about it, Prince Harry must hanker back for a life that he once had. It seemed a lot more simple, didn't it? No arguments, no fanfare, literally all your meals found, somewhere to live and somebody to make your bed. Must have seemed a lot of an easier life, don't you think? No queuing up for your shopping, no dogs to take for a walk, and of course no chickens to feed. Yes. Now, well, of course, we were told that he was on the freedom flight and things were going to be rosy and hunky in the garden. It's fascinating to think, isn't it, when you consider it now, that Prince Harry's life is one of a battle. And many people suggest, of course, it's a battle that is brought upon himself, simply because now things are getting very, shall we say, tenacious legally. As ever, let me explain. Morning, nice to see you. Thank you so much as ever for your time today. By the way, I wanted to ask you this. Are you a Bob Dylan fan? Bob's going to be touring again. Yes, what an icon he is. For those that loved him in the 60s, can't believe it, he's 83 now. I'm going to be doing some nights over here in London, but he's actually put this request out. I wanted to know what you thought of this because I'm sort of in two minds really. It's a very difficult thing to do. At the concerts, he's banning mobile phones. Now, I quite agree with him on many respects because, you know, when you go and see something like Barry Manilow, you can't see the stage because everybody's filming it. You think, live in the moment, enjoy the experience. I'm sure there'll be a stream or a DVD at some point. Showing my age now, aren't I? But you know what I mean. Now, Bob apparently is doing this because he said he wants people to focus on the songs and the moment. Others, of course, are suggesting that this means he could actually then stream the event without all of the problems of things leaking online, etc. But do you still go to shows? And if you went to a concert, would it annoy you if somebody was literally, filming the entire concert only to put it up later on in a grainy form? Yeah, it's a bit of a hot potato, isn't it, as they say? Blowing in the wind, as Bob Dylan might say, of course. Let me know, seriously, in the comments below. I'd love to know what you think, as ever. Always good to get another person's insight. Back as ever, though, to your royal story of the day. This story is fascinating because, as we now know, Prince Harry allegedly removed certain pieces of evidence, couldn't find hard drives, all that sort of stuff. And then raked into this particular dilemma was the ghostwriter, J.D. Mollinger. Now, as we know, J.D. didn't particularly get on that well with Prince Harry. And I would say that, you know, having done a similar job myself, ghostwriting books for people, I understand that you have to keep a distance. So why did the evidence allegedly go missing? Well, let me tell you, it's not about the ghostwriting element of that particular story, because that is just Harry telling the story, you know. And then, of course, the lawyers have to get involved and the ghostwriter has to decide what are the juicy bits, what bits work, what don't. What Harry's allegedly very terrified of is the other evidence that could come out. And this is the bigger problem, because this could be then put out into the world domain. Now, what I would suggest is at the 11th hour this could happen, but let me explain. You see, Harry's terrified about the innermost thoughts and things that he's put down in written form and allegedly in vocal form about our Queen, Queen Camilla, and of course his infamous stepmother, who he's not been particularly kind about. Indeed, quite serious topics about his father, King Charles, and of course his elder brother, Prince William, alongside the Princess of Wales. Apparently these are very, very hot and explosive topics, so you can understand if they held those back or if Prince Harry was sharing certain things like that. Now, right now, there's a battle literally going on inside the court to see what they can keep away. Now, in the old days, when Harry was, say, part of the royal family, there would have been some kind of gentleman's agreement where that may have been kept away from the public. But as we now know, Harry literally is alone, and this is what's giving him absolutely sleepless nights, as one could imagine. If this does become into the public domain, it could be very problematic for him, literally moving forward. Not just, of course, following up the book, which, not forgetting, of course, he had a 4-book deal with Penguin Random House. Not quite sure where they're standing with that, neither are they. There's all sorts of things flying around there. But it's not about really the things he was hiding from the ghostwriter. It's the things that we don't know about, the hot topics, as I say, like senior royals, who apparently, when he said these things, according to him allegedly, was in the fit of anger. And now, of course, doesn't allegedly mean the same thing. It's going to be interesting. We'll find out very soon, and naturally, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.